Hi and welcome to my SmartView Tracker demo tutorial. So SmartView Tracker is a checkpoint product, and with SmartView Tracker you can basically view all your log files, looking at your organization's traffic or using it for troubleshooting of network and security related requirements. So we've got SmartView Tracker open, as you can see in front of you. This is I've logged into sort of demo mode, so you've got more information to work off, or we can have a look at a lot more information using demo. But I can log in to another SmartView Tracker console and log into my local gateway firewall that I've created as well, because some features don't work in demo mode, so I may need to have this one open as well. Okay, so I've got this one open as well, but we'll have a look at the stuff in the demo mode. Just to show you how to enable demo mode, double click SmartView Tracker again, just click that and log in. Okay, let's go to this one. So to give you an overview of this section here, you've got your Network and Endpoint tab, Active tab and Management tab, which I'll talk about very shortly. You've got your query tree, your predefined queries and your custom queries within here, so you can break this down and you see all your predefined queries here depending on your blades, etc. And then you can create custom ones and you can save them in here as well. You've got your query properties, so depending on what you select here will appear here in the columns here, so in your record pane. So if we go all the way to the bottom, the more common query properties are the X-late translations, because people like to see what NAT translations are taking place. It's very good for troubleshooting. So yeah, so you can enable these from here, which will appear here. And finally, you've got your records pane, which is your records itself. So you can view records here. Okay, so let's move on to having a look at the three tabs. So you've got your network and endpoint tab. These are basically your default mode, which displays all the logs in the current fw.log file. So fw.log file is a file you can access via the command line. You've got your active tab, so these are connections that are currently open through the gateway as we currently speak. So active logs that are going through the connections that are going through the gateway. And finally, we've got the management tab. So these are management related tasks. So anything I change in Smart Dashboard will appear here, or any of the other Smart Console applications. So administrative sort of management related records. So we'll go back to network and endpoint. This is the area we'll be focusing on mainly. And if we look at the top menu here, we've got file. So we've got open. You can open up a new query from here, or you can open it up in a new window. You can save it. You can export it. So export basically lets you export it in a simple text. You can also do it in a database format, but that needs to be done from the command line. You've got switch active file. So what this does is you can switch the log file in which the log will be saved with the current date and time by default, but you have the option to choose a custom name as well, so you can change the name. So by default, log switches, when it reaches to 2 GB in size, it closes the current file and starts a new file. Or you can do it from here as well, switch active log. The third way of doing it is you can schedule it, and you do that through Smart Dashboard application. You can also purge the active file, which will delete all records in the current fw.log file. So the next one in the menu is the edit. Basically, you can copy a line or you can copy a page. So if I click one of these, go to edit, copy line. So you can't do it on this one for some reason. Maybe I can do it in a local one. Edit, copy line. go to SmartView, Microsoft Word, and paste it, and there you go. Let's go back to our demo one. So the next one is View. In View, you can enable or disable these, basically status bar, your query tree. So if I click query tree, it's disappeared. Enable it again. Your query properties, let's actually leave this disabled. Yeah, so you've got also file fetch progress. This shows you the progress of a file. Basically, it shows you the progress of a log file transfer when you want to view an archive log file in SmartView Tracker. Color record, so if I disable that, it just doesn't show you the coloring. But it's very useful to have it on, because you can see straight away what's blocked. Blocked is in red and green is accepted. And that's pretty much it from the view section. So if we move to the query section, you've got new, so new opens a new query. Then you can edit the log columns, etc. When you open up a new query, you might want to create some funky type of queries, such as looking at application and DLP logs in one query from a particular group of IP addresses, for example. So you can do all that, and then you can save it as a new query and save it into your sort of custom folder. You can open up a new folder. Your folder is usually displayed here. You can open, you can copy query, save it, save as, rename it, delete it. We'll do one or two of these shortly. Yeah, so you can also apply the filter if you change anything. So if you change anything here, you customize the filters. You can apply it from there. You've also got the shortcuts here as well, which are some of these are included over here as well. So if I right click one of these, you can edit the filter from here. So origin you can edit, and you can specify which gateway you want to include, etc. Time, you can edit the filter for the time, after a certain time, before or in range, and then you can apply the filter. Resolve IP. So since the IP address resolution process consumes time and resources, you can choose to turn it on or off from here. So it's used for displaying the names of the hosts and the domains. If you don't want it to resolve, it will just show you the IP address. So if you click that, pretty much there's nothing on this one. Let's go to the local one. Resolve IP. So you can see these have changed, just IP addresses now. Query, resolve IP, and back to host name. Okay, let's go to the next one. So resolve services. So resolve the services. So with resolving services option, you can control the display of the source and destination port in the log file. So each port number is mapped to the type of service it uses. Yeah, so I mean, if there's no service defined for the port, you can also map a port number to a service in the object manager, or even in the services configuration file, etc services. Just to show you, if I click it, and you can see these have changed. Click it again, and it resolves the names of the services for the ports. Okay, let's go back to the demo one. Show null matches. So show null matches, which is log entries that are neither included nor excluded by the current filtering criteria, such as control logs are null matches because, for example, action is not relevant to a control log. So they are neither included nor excluded. If the show null matches toolbar button is clicked, the null matches are displayed basically. The short usernames, long usernames. Long usernames basically shows the fully qualified domain name after it. So if you look at this user here, you can see the fully qualified domain name. If I click short, that's disappeared, and that's all it is. Okay, so the next bit is navigate. So navigate basically takes you to the top or takes you to the bottom, and you can also do a find as well. So usually you'd want to go to the bottom because your latest log files are at the bottom. Okay. You can also do it from here as well, by the way. So go to bottom here. So these are a few of the common shortcuts you'd probably want to get familiar with. So show hide query properties, apply filter, resolve IP, resolve services, show null matches. These are grayed out. Automatically refresh your view with new logs. Find in all columns, so you can do a find. Go to the top, go to the bottom. That one is a bot. It's grayed out at the moment. And this one it's not. So anyway, so these are some shortcuts for you to play with. Let's go to tools. So tools again, a bot is here as well. So the bot button enables you to stop loading log data from the server or abort any action which is in progress or on queue to begin. So you can abort that from here. Block intruder. In the active mode of SmartView Tracker, it allows you to shut out intruders by selecting the connection you've identified as intrusive. You can block on source or destination addresses. So it's grayed out here because it's demo mode, so I should be able to do it from this one. Tool block intruder, maybe I need to go into active mode, then it should give me the option. So yeah, so it's I can specify it, but of course I've got to click on something. So let's initiate some traffic. This is I'm imitating coming from a local network out to the sort of hitting a router after the firewall. So from before the firewall to after the firewall. So if I do a ping, I can see my traffic here. Is that what I just did? No. Let me just click that again. Okay. I can click one of these, block intrude anyway, and you can see the options in here. So blocking scope, block all connections with the same source, destination, services, or you can block access from this particular source or block access to this particular destination. You can specify timeout indefinite or for a certain amount of minutes. You can do the blocking for only this gateway or maybe for all the checkpoint security gateways. Okay, so let's go back to network and endpoint. We go to I think it was tools. So remote file management. So you can manually import logs from the security gateway if login is set locally. So you can import the logs from here. But usually the gateway is sending the logs to the management server, so you probably usually wouldn't use it. But if for any reason you want to import some logs, you can do that from here. You've got some custom commands you can set up here. To be honest, I don't not seen much of this used, but if you click here, you've got a few here: ping, who is in NS lookup. Enable warning dialogues, so you can enable warning dialogues, packet capture settings. So yeah, certain checkpoint products include the ability to capture network traffic. So the file can be saved as a file to a file location, or can be opened in the internal viewer, included in the smart console or any packet capture viewer installed on the smart console client. So I assume you can use Wireshark and stuff. You can choose a program, associate program via Windows Association or internal viewer. I'll let you play with this anyway. So cross that off. And then you've got your window, so you can sort of hop from one application to another, hop into Smart Dashboard, for example, or any of the others. Finally, you've got the help, which you can get some help on anything you're stuck on or you don't understand. You can search for it. You can also instruct a security management server to send the logs to a log server, but you do this via Smart Dashboard. So from the logs and the mask section from within the gateway object within Smart Dashboard, you can do that from there. So you can send it to a syslog server or something. You can also view a rule. So you can also view a rule that created the log. So an actual rule in Smart Dashboard in your policies, you can view a rule which you can do from within Smart Dashboard. So you've got to do something in Smart Dashboard, and it's to do with the database revision control. So you've got to open up basically the database revision control in Smart Dashboard, create a new version upon install policy. You've got to install it, and then you can right click on the desired record, and then you can basically right click it and then view the rule which is here, and then it will take you to the rule which allow this traffic or block the traffic or whatever from here. So that's pretty much it for a SmartView Tracker. I'll just show you some records. You can double click a record and view the information within here. It shows you the log information, the product, etc., the traffic, the policy, the rule itself. It shows it from here anyway, current rule, but I think that will just take you straight to it, the option I showed you, some excellent information. And if we sort of break these down, you can see all the other blades as well. Application URL filtering blade, double click that. You can see the users from here. I assume you'd be able to see the applications. So the applications here that the users are using, and whether it's blocked it or allowed it, etc. It shows you how severe the application is, so the severity level 2, which is low, 5, which is critical. And you can also do all the reporting with all this stuff as well. So SmartView Tracker is quite integrated with the SmartView Reporter as well. So you got your mobile access blade, by self-VPN users, anti-spam. Just show you a few of these. Identity awareness blade, so you can identify the users. VPN, so you can look for VPN related logs, troubleshooting. Phase 1 and phase 2, encryption, etc. What else is there? So yeah, that's pretty much it for the logs. You can, I mean, with these, I usually go to all records, and you can, right click these, and a lot of the stuff you can do from here as well. Find, hide column, so you can hide the column itself. So for example, let's say you can customize this record. So let's do, we don't want to see usernames, so you might want to hide usernames. So hide the column, it's gone. You might want to add something, another gateway, or take a gateway off here. You might want to include another column from the query properties. So you can, you can define it to your specific requirements. You might be looking at specific users, going to a specific place, using a specific software blade, and after all that, you can kind of save it. So you can just do like a file save as. Let's go to the local one, a file save as, and save it as a new name. So custom, sorry, so that's something else. You can do query save as, sorry. So query save as, where you'd want to save it in the custom folder. Okay, give it a name, my custom query, save it, and there you go, you've got it in here now. So once you've customized it, then you can save it as my custom query, and you can refer to it all the time by double clicking it. So you can do a new query right from here itself. You can create a new folder and put all your sort of related queries in one folder, create another folder for sort of another type of query, put all the other queries in there. So that's pretty much it. It's more or less just playing with it, editing the queries, editing the filters, looking at each sort of you know, the fields, what you can do with them, changing things around for your specific requirements, and that's pretty much it. So just to kind of summarize, SmartView Tracker is a great tool, so used to look at all your gateways and blades from one unified console view. And the best way to understand the traffic on your network is to use SmartView Tracker on a regular basis. Thank you for watching.